Good morning. I'm back again. And our every word is being heard. For those who think that your words are not being heard when they come out of your mouth, or your thoughts are not being heard when you're thinking them in your head, or the frequency of your heart is not being felt when you have a certain frequency, you need to pause and you need to listen to this. This morning, I did a live video on my front porch. Hope we got a good reception. Can you hear me? Good morning. On my front porch, my nose is itching again. My nose started itching last night for no reason. Now it's itching again. I'm going to ignore the itch. What was it this morning? There was an eeriness in the air. It can be felt. There was an eeriness in the air, and that's what the video was about. As I was walking back and forth on the porch, I was looking at the blackbirds. They kept flying into the woods, and then, quote the raven, nevermore. Like once upon a midnight dreary, while I wandered weak and weary, like a tap, tap, tap. I quoted the Edgar Allan Poe. I did several times, and I didn't know why it was coming into my mind, but I spoke it out loud and I said it. I go into this Goodwill here. I walk straight up to their books section and look what pops out. Nevermore. 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 That is not coincidental. It's not coincidental whatsoever. For me being on my porch, that book, Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, While I Wandered Weak and Weary, and Edgar Allan Poe. No. See, no. That's not a coincidence, you all. That is it's synchronicity. It's synchronicity. Your very thoughts, your very words are being heard in the spiritual realm. No, Gina, this is not coincidental. It's not. You can try to dismiss it all you want. You truly can. I'm not dismissing it. I'm a spiritual individual. They withdrew it from the Madison Public Library for some reason. But you can see right here. Let me find the Edgar Allan Poe right there. Look at this. An inspiring writer, plagued by dreadful ruminations, a man whose troubled nights are haunted by dreams of his angelic cousin. He is Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe. Nevermore, the raven. So, let me get this. Your words are very, very powerful. They have the power of life and death. They do. They have a frequency with them. Your thoughts are very powerful. Be very careful what you say, because you're liable to cause that to appear. I spoke the words. Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, Edgar Allan Poe. On the front porch. You go listen to the video. Listen to it. I go into the thrift store, this Goodwill, and there sits the Nevermore. Oh, I bought it. I cleared the energy out of it. I'm going to clear it right now. I don't want no negative energy. It's just, it can flee. It can leave. I cleared it out in there. I'll clear it out again here. I did. No, it appeared. The only other time, now let me tell you this, the only other time I spoke about something and I walked inside there and I saw that very subject matter that I spoke about, it was Cthulhu. I was doing videos on Cthulhu. Like a couple of videos I had done, and I walked in there and there was a book on the call of Cthulhu. Your words are heard in the spiritual realm, and it causes things to manifest. They do. You got to be careful with your words. This is the second time. Another time, I was wearing doing NASA videos and stuff. And my one NASA suit I had that I would wear, Well, I didn't want to wear it no more. And I walk in that store right there. There was one hanging on the shelf, hanging on the rack. But this right here, you all, your words, just, you can tap into that spiritual realm. You sure can. Because it knows. Gina, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you that you spoke about the Edgar Allan Poe, and now you walk into that store and you see it? It means that there is a connection with my spirit into the spiritual realm. That's what it means. The spiritual realm can hear me. I can pick up on the spiritual realm. That's what it means to me personally. This is like confirmation to me. It's like the second or third confirmation. This is just this morning. You may find that also yourself. Things popping up. Yeah. Things popping up. Hello, Frank, honey. Your inheritance. Now, see, now, pause right there. This is not a game. It's not a game. It's nothing to take lightly. It's not a game. It's not. This is real. This is real life. You don't play with your words like that. You don't do it. No. It's like a mockery. It's like a mockery. In the spiritual realm, you don't do that. Don't do that. You might cause something to happen because of what you bring out. You don't play like that. No. It's like, would you walk up to an individual and they're talking to you and you say something like that back to them? It's mockery. It's mockery. It's not going to settle well. You may not realize, whoever made that comment, what you did. You may, I was just joking. Well, that's right. It's not a joke. Be careful. We're living in extreme times. This spiritual realm is alive. It is alive. The veil is being lifted more and more. It's thinning out. Thinning out, so thin, like that. It's extremely thin for some. Good morning, Hadassah. So this morning, your words that you say and your thoughts, they are being heard. It's like when you say your prayers and your intention with your prayers, it's being heard in the spiritual realm. Your thoughts are being heard. Your frequency is being heard. It was stolen from you. Jesus is Lord. Well, then it's going to be up to God and the spiritual realm whether or not it is given back to you and in a way that you want it to be. You leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Everything happens within its time. Yeah. When I was walking on the front porch this morning, the video is, yeah, Jesus is Lord. And no offense to you. If I took your words the wrong way, I apologize. But to those who do have a habit of mocking others or making fun of the spiritual realm, thinking that it's not real, you need to think again and be very careful, because your words have the power of life and death. They do. Not only to you, but to those who hear them and to the spiritual realm. Hadassah. This morning I was walking on the front porch and there was a eeriness in the air. You could feel the eeriness in the air. So I was talking and I was watching these black crows, black buzzards. They keep flying into the woods low. And then the Edgar Allan Poe, Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, While I Wandered Weak and Weary. It was like a tapping, tapping, tapping. That popped into my mind and I said it. I was saying it several times during my live video. I said, I don't know why that popped in my mind, but it is like a midnight dreary going on. I get in my vehicle, I took a little ride, and I went to this Goodwill over to the book section. That right there appeared. Exactly what I spoke of, the words that I spoke this morning. The Raven and Nevermore. Quoth the Raven, Nevermore. And it was just withdrawn from the public library. And you can see that this is the Edgar Allan Poe right there. Edgar Allan Poe showed up. It was, my words were heard in the spiritual realm, and that book appeared on that shelf right in front of me. It's like that, it manifested. So the veil is very thin for some people. The veil is being lifted in the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm is growing really astronomically. The connections that people are making, everything's becoming even more real. It is. You can go listen to the live video this morning. I don't know how long it was, but I did. I was saying it. This is the second time, maybe the third time. One other time I was doing videos on Cthulhu, and I walked into that store, and there was the Call of Cthulhu right there on that shelf. Right on that shelf. And I took a little video of it. Yeah, you got to think positive, you all. Your thoughts, negative thoughts. The spiritual realm is listening to your negative thoughts. And they can manifest. What you thinking of, the bad that you may be thinking of, it can manifest. The good that you are thinking of, it can manifest too. Okay, it can. But these things that manifest, your good and your bad that you're thinking of and speaking of, it may not manifest in the way that you expect it to, the way that you want it to, and at the time that you want it to. It may not. It may not. Yeah, but this right here, obviously. So what does that mean to you, Gina? Oh, it means that there is a connection with the spiritual realm. There is. It's not a coincidence. It's a confirmation, is what it is. About the book. About the book. It was $3-something. It was $3.20. She said, you want to round it up to $4? I said, yes. I just wanted to send out the number 4. $4. Good morning, Michael, honey. So if you're just tuning in, you all, your words are being heard. Your thoughts are being heard too. It's like I was reading the Proverbs, I think, the other morning. Be careful what you say, what you whisper in your rooms, because a bird of the air may hear your words and take it to wherever. It specifically says a bird of the air. Love you all too. You had built a solid brick home on a large land and it was hit by a crazy hurricane type blizzard. You haven't built these types of homes and we wouldn't have been lifted off. Wow, in your dream state. Let's see. That's right. Quit this stinking thinking. Make it all pretty, you all. If you feel you're stuck in a rut, change the way you think. Change it. Don't focus on the negativeness, you all. You've got to find a way out of your wrong type of thinking. Find a way out. Rewire your brain. You have to go within. You got to be willing to do the work within, you all. You do. Go within. Get out which should not be there. Face whatever's inside there hiding that you don't want to face, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. Face it. Face it. It's going to be hurtful. If you got to cry, cry. Face it and let it go so you can grow. Yeah, they can read your mind. The spiritual realm could read your mind. I was looking at these big books, constitutional law, and Black's Law. That's where the section I was. I don't even know why those great big books were in there. They're that thick. That thick. And then that book popped up. Yeah. You were an EMF last night. You had really good sleep. That's wonderful. Your words are being heard. When you speak them in your mouth, hello, Heather. When your words come out of your mouth, they're being heard. Just like your cell phone can pick up everything you're saying. See, this doesn't matter to me. For those who say, well, our cell phones are spying on us, we need to be more whatever. Why hide? Get out here on a public forum just like this. Open up your mouth. You better get yourself right here in front of everybody. I was told several years ago, you need to get off the Facebook. You need to get off the YouTube. You need to get off the Telegram. You need to go to a different platform to where you got more freedom. No, I didn't go nowhere. I thought, no, I'm going to be... You need to make your group private. No, I'm going to be right out here public, right there so I can be watched publicly. Everything I say, everything I do, I don't got nothing to hide. I don't. They want to spy. When I went home, when I got up, I couldn't see Rosie because he let her outside. Hopefully she's in the house now. You're only 27, Luciano. You could be feeling like God be trying to talk to you most definitely. You're all probably getting visitations in your dream state from the spiritual realm. Some of you are astral traveling. Some of you are traveling in your dream state and showing up in other people's dreams. You're sending telepathic messages. You're connecting. You're bridging the gap and connecting with the mindset. You know you are. Don't say that you're not. Don't say that you are not. That's right. You can connect the spiritual realm. It's part of the spiritual realm. So I'm going to be end of the video. Your words that you speak are being heard. Doesn't matter where you speak them at. And I say that because this morning I was on the porch, did a live video. There's an eeriness in the air. The birds were flying. The big buzzards were flying into the woods. And I was just watching them. And then the Edgar Allan Poe, Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, While I Wandered Weak and Weary. And then the tap, tap, tapping at the door. I kept saying that several times about the raven, whatever raven. And I go into this Goodwill. And there it sits right there in front of me. I walk up to it. There the book has manifested. It's the Edgar Allan Poe thing right there. Can you see it? Let's see the Edgar Allan Poe, Gina, right there. It's right, it is. Because there was something buried under the floor. Edgar Allan Poe. They got to withdraw it from the public library for some reason. I guess it had, who knows what it had to it. Don't know. What that means to me, that's confirmation. What I say, what I think, it's the spiritual realm. It's bridging the gap. The gap has, there is a gap. There's a connection. I'm a conduit. A lot of you all are conduits, and you know you're conduits. You just better be very careful. You got to be able to just block some things that may come through. Block them. But the battle is spiritual. What's our battle? The battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, the rulers, and the high places. It's the other realm. It's spilt over into this realm is what it's done. So yeah, your prayers are very effective. From your heart's intention, they are heard. They make no doubt about it. Your prayers are being heard. Don't think that they're not, because they are. You sending them out there into the spiritual realm, and they're being heard. And your bad words that you say about others and bad griping and complaining, it's being heard too. It's being heard. The words you speak about others is being heard too in the spiritual realm. It's okay, I'm going to go, you all. That's right. So, with that being said, you all, speak it. Speak it. You want it, speak it. But you don't make fun of it. You don't mock the spiritual realm. You don't mock things. You don't play like that, because that's wrong. It's wrong. So with that being said, you all, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Chiquita, honey, it's time to speak. It's time to step into your divinity, your divine nature given to you by God. You all have something to do on this earth. You're not here just to be here, just to take up space. No, you got work to do. You got work to do while on this earth. You got to clear the way so you can be who you're supposed to be and do what you're supposed to do. You do. So I'm going to go. You all have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.